Did you know the planet Earth is 2,160 miles away from the Moon? Have you ever thought about how humans came up with this measurement? It would probably be impossible to use a measuring device alone that could accurately and directly measure the distance. Nevertheless, with the use of the concepts of trigonometry, measuring great distances like this became possible for humans. Episode 99: Applications of Trigonometry. On our previous episode on the Jerome's Academy, we discussed about the basic concepts of trigonometry. For a short review, the word trigonometry is derived from the Greek words trigonon, which means triangles, and metron, which means measurements. This branch of mathematics deals with the measurement of triangles. The 6 primary graphs and functions includes the sine, cosine, and tangent equations. Along with this, the trigonometric formulas can relate and be used along with circles and graphs.
How then can these be used in our real life?
What are the areas which the human mind has already explored?
Trigonometry has become a very useful tool. For in fact, this can be used in aviation, engineering, physics, and a lot more.
Let's take for example how the radar system works used by navigation. A rotating antenna sends out a pulsed radio beam and will pick up the reflection as it strikes an object. The system then computes the distance the object has reached by measuring the time it takes for the reflection to return. The system needs to know both the angular position of the antenna as well as the distance it has measured. The system now knows the object's position in polar coordinates. Polar coordinates are referred as spherical coordinate system in which tracking and locating points in a 3-dimensional space is made possible, involving circular geometry or radial movement. Indicating the positions of points on a 2D surface or in 3D space is done like the use of Cartesian coordinate plane, but only on rounded shapes.
Another example is the Global Positioning System technology, commonly known as the GPS. This feeds electronic navigation devices with location data, helping guide aircrafts, ships, vehicles, and pedestrians toward their destinations. GPS uses complex calculations, usually based on the trigonometry surveyor's purpose. Satellites in space transmit precisely timed signals to the GPS receiver, which determines latitude, longitude, and altitude. First, satellite position is determined by orbital mathematics. Then, distance from the satellite to the GPS device receiver is measured by how long the signal takes to reach the receiver's position. Lastly, position is calculated by knowing satellite position and distance from receiver, wherein the use of triangulation is done.
The last example deals with how engineers use the concept of trigonometry through calculating a building's height. Using a clinometer, an individual located at a certain distance from the building determines the angle of elevation from his eye to the tip of the building. With this, the utter length of the triangle formed could be determined. With the partial height of the building, the remaining distance from the ground to the individual's eye is added to the calculation.